Your cat just jumped onto your chest at 5:47 a.m. Again. Now one paw is pressing right into your ribs, you're barely awake, and part of you wants to hide under the blanket. But another part of you is already wondering, why does this happen at almost the exact same time every single morning? If you're a cat owner and you're nodding along because this sounds exactly like your daily routine, then stay with us. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why your furry little alarm clock refuses to let you sleep in, and you might even start seeing those early wake-up calls in a completely different way. The truth is, your cat isn't doing this for just one reason. There are 5 fascinating, science-backed reasons behind this daily morning ambush, and reason number 4 surprises almost every cat owner. Once you know them, you'll never look at 5 a.m. the same way again. So, let's find out what your cat has been trying to tell you every single morning. Reason 1, their ancient internal clock. Your cat isn't trying to ruin your sleep, they're simply following a schedule that nature created thousands of years ago. Cats are naturally crepuscular, which means they are most active at dawn and dusk. In the wild, these are the best times to hunt because many small animals are moving around before the full daylight begins. Even though your indoor cat may never hunt anything bigger than a toy mouse or a laser, that ancient instinct is still deeply built into their biology. So, as the sun starts to rise and the birds begin singing outside, your cat's internal clock switches on like a perfectly timed alarm. And unfortunately for you, that alarm often ends with a jump onto your chest, your stomach, or even your bladder. This isn't your cat being naughty or stubborn. It's the result of thousands of years of evolution that never learned the difference between a weekday, a weekend, or your day off. Even cats that have lived indoors their entire lives still follow this natural rhythm because it isn't something they learned, it's something they were born with. That's why even late-night playtime or trying to wear them out doesn't always stop those early morning wake-up calls. You're not just dealing with a habit. You're dealing with millions of years of instinct that still tells your cat, it's time to wake up. Reason 2, breakfast is the only thought in the room. For your cat, mornings often have one very important mission. Food. Cats don't usually think, I'll eat whenever I feel like it. Many cats follow a surprisingly consistent internal hunger schedule, and once that time arrives, food becomes the only thing their tiny furry brain can focus on. But here's the part most cat owners don't realize. Your cat isn't just thinking about their own breakfast, they're also watching you. In many homes, cats learn that their human's morning routine is connected to the feeding process. You waking up means the bedroom opens. The bedroom opening means you go to the kitchen. And the kitchen means one very important thing. The food bowl gets filled. To your cat, that is the entire purpose of 6 a.m. So when your cat meows directly into your ear, taps your face with a paw, or walks across you before sunrise, they aren't trying to be annoying. They're simply following a routine that says, human awake equals breakfast begins. And breakfast needs to happen right now. Some cats even become so good at reading your schedule that they wake you up a few minutes before your alarm. They wait by the bedroom door, sit on your chest, or stare at you patiently almost like they've studied your entire morning routine just to reduce the waiting time for their favorite moment of the day. Because in your cat's world, nothing is more important than making sure breakfast happens on time. Reason 3, you're the most interesting toy in the house. Your cat waking you up in the morning isn't always about food or routine. Sometimes, it's because you are simply the most interesting thing in the entire house. Cats need both mental and physical stimulation, and if they didn't use up enough energy the night before, that energy doesn't just disappear. It waits. And when morning arrives, your cat starts looking for the perfect way to release it. So guess what the most exciting, warm, and reactive thing in the house is at 5 a.m.? You. That little movement under the blanket? It looks like prey. Your hand hanging outside the covers? It looks like prey. Even the smallest movement, like your eyelid twitching while you're half asleep, can trigger your cat's natural hunting instincts. Cats are born as ambush hunters, and to them, a quiet bedroom with a sleeping human who occasionally moves, stretches, or makes strange sounds is basically a giant playground. It's not personal. Your cat isn't trying to annoy you, you just happen to be the most entertaining target available when everything else in the house is completely still. In the wild, this type of pouncing behavior would help cats practice hunting real prey. But inside your comfortable bedroom, you have accidentally become the replacement. And when you really think about it, being chosen as your cat's favorite toy is actually a pretty unusual compliment. Reason 4, the quiet weight of missing you. This is the reason that surprises many cat owners the most. Your cat waking you up in the morning may not always be about food or play. Sometimes, it's simply because they missed you. Cats can experience forms of separation-related stress, especially during the night when the house becomes quiet and their favorite human disappears behind a closed bedroom door for hours. Some cats handle this by sleeping near the door. Some may quietly meow throughout the night. And others wait patiently for the very first sign that you're awake. A small movement under the blanket. A creaking bed spring. A change in your breathing. That tiny signal is enough for them to think. They're awake. I can finally be close again. For these cats, the early morning wake-up call isn't just about breakfast or attention. It's about reconnecting after hours of being apart. In their own quiet, emotional, four-legged way, your cat missed you. And the moment they sense you moving, they want that bond back before you've even fully opened your eyes. Research on feline behavior shows that cats can form strong attachment bonds with their owners, similar in some ways to the emotional connections young children develop with their caregivers. So those early morning paws, meows, and gentle nudges might actually be much closer to "I missed you." Even if, of course, breakfast usually comes right after. Reason 5, your routine became their routine too. Think about how incredible this really is. An animal that once lived only by its own instincts has slowly adjusted its entire daily schedule around you. Cats are creatures of habit, and once they recognize a pattern, they remember it. Your alarm going off. The sound of your feet touching the floor. The familiar creak of your bedroom door opening. These little details become part of your cat's personal schedule too. Your cat isn't waking you up randomly every morning. It's following a routine that it created by carefully observing you. And dawn just happens to be the moment when that routine reaches its most important point. In a strange but beautiful way, it shows that your presence has become the center of your cat's world. Not because they were forced to, but because somewhere along the way, they chose you. And once a cat's routine is set, they take it very seriously. That's why sleeping in on a Saturday morning rarely goes the way you planned. Because your cat doesn't understand weekends. To them, every day is the perfect day to wake up their favorite human right on schedule. So there you have it, the 5 real reasons behind that dramatic 5 a.m. wake-up call, an ancient internal clock, a hunger schedule that includes you, a hunting instinct that sees your moving feet as prey, a quiet "I missed you" feeling, and a routine built completely around your presence. Your cat isn't trying to annoy you. It's simply being a cat, honest, instinctive, and completely attached to you. So the next time those tiny paws land on your ribs before sunrise, you'll know what's happening behind those curious eyes. And honestly, it's hard to stay mad at an alarm clock that missed you all night and just wants breakfast, love, and a little attention.